Good morning, you guys. Good morning. I'm up because we have gained another week. I am officially 11 weeks. And today's Friday, May 28th. And I turned 11 weeks yesterday. So we're going to do a recap of what I experienced during week 10. Now, I did mention to you guys earlier that they and my OB clinic moved my due date up from what my fertility clinic said. And as a result, with their change, I am measuring 2 days ahead. And so I felt that it was just easier to continue to do the updates based on the fertilities scales, simply because they're the one that put the baby in there, so they know when they did everything, regardless of whether the baby's developing early and whatnot. I'm sitting out on the front porch today because I didn't feel like walking to the back door, and the front door was closer. Disregard the snake poison. About 2 weeks ago, we found a black snake trying to get into the house, and my husband freaked out. So now we have snake poison that we need to lay around the house. But all right, so week 10 was pretty much uneventful up until this week. Monday, I ended up going to my 5-year-old's kindergarten field day, and I spent from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon in the sun. Well, not 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, about 2 in the afternoon in the sun. And I think that the heat took its toll on me in regards to my blood pressure, because I ended up having spiked levels of blood pressure. And I ordinarily, if I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have cared what those blood pressure levels were. I would have went home, and I would have stayed home and took a nap, or just went to bed for the night and taken my blood pressure medicines early. However, I'm pregnant, and at the urging of my sister and my husband, I went ahead and went in because I felt like, what's the worst that they could do? They could just check on the baby and everything would be fine. So I spent majority of Monday night in the emergency room for them to let me know that there really wasn't anything they could do as far as my blood pressure was concerned, other than give me my scheduled dose of the medicine that I normally take at night and monitor me for a few hours. They knew that I was too early in the pregnancy, being 10 weeks, to say that it was preeclampsia. This is too early in the pregnancy for the pregnancy to cause the blood pressure. So they figured it was just a regular, isolated blood pressure incident. So, I've been kind of mindful since then of how long I sit out. And when I do sit outside, because I love sitting outside, I sit where there is plenty of shade, or I make sure I'm completely hydrated, as what's in this blue cup is some nice cold water. That particular day, I didn't bring any water with me. I didn't have anything with me. So yeah, I think that the blood pressure and heat don't mix, and that's what sent me into a episode. My other symptoms, morning sickness, is almost gone. I now only get a nauseating feeling at the tip of my stomach when I eat some foods that just don't sit well with me, and it feels like it's upsetting my stomach, which then translates into nausea. What else do I am still extremely tired. So I deal with that. I want to take a nap every day. The kids are out of school, but I'm not able to sleep past 7 a.m. So that's kind of frustrating because I'm tired, but I'm still waking up as if I got to get the kids up for school. What else? My cravings are becoming more distinctive. I definitely want more fruit. And even if I get the fruit, I am obsessed with tahini seasoning, and I put tahini seasoning on all of the fruit at the moment. So, yeah, that is my new obsession. Is I want the sweetness of the fruit, but I want the saltiness of the tahini seasoning. If you've never tried tahini seasoning, it's a Spanish seasoning, and it's going to be in your Spanish section of the grocery store. It's like Frank hot sauce. Put that shit on everything. It's going to bless your life. You'll thank me after this. Fatigue is, like I said, fatigue is extremely there. I'm always tired. Yo, I'm just not feeling these locks today. Today's one of those love hates, so you may see me fidget with them all video, and I apologize. I do have a doctor's appointment this morning, and that's only to follow up with the ER visit that I made to determine if they're going to make any medication changes or whatnot. You guys, I think I'm going to slide over here because the sun is like really beating right there. Yeah, you hear school buses going on in the background because the public school kids are still going to school. This is their last day. My kids go to private school, and they got out of school Wednesday. I used my home Doppler for the first time during week 10, and I am able to periodically find the baby's heartbeat. Then I can hear baby move, and then I don't find it anymore, and I only pick up my own heartbeat. And when I do pick it up with the fetal Doppler, baby's heartbeat is normal. It's, 163s up in there, in the 160s, which is what it was at the doctor's office on the ultrasound. So that let me be calm and collected because I did get an ultrasound on the first day of turning week 10. And it really wasn't an extensive ultrasound. It just was for them to do my date. It was a dating ultrasound. So with Naval Hospital, I am military, so I'm going to a military facility. You take a blood test to determine that you're pregnant, and a urine test. And then you wait until week 10 to do a dating exam for them to give you an accurate due date. So when I was doing my betas for the fertility clinic, I also did a blood test on base so that I could go ahead and get my care started up. So as a result, they already had me scheduled for the dating scan. So that was not an official OB appointment. It literally was just a dating scan so that they could start my care. So I've not seen my official OB. After that appointment ended, I went and saw the OB coordinator, who is the person that does all the scheduling, and they assigned me to an OB. And I have an appointment next week on the 1st to meet with my OB's nurse, and then that following week I will actually meet my OB. And when I meet my OB, I think I will be 12 or 13 weeks. But I just wanted to read to you what some of the things may be normal for you during week 10. And I will say this, I also have began to experience heartburn and indigestion. So I burp a lot. And that's what I feel most of the time. I burp quite a bit. If I'm not burning, certain foods will hit me Let me just, y'all. Okay. If I am not burping and I eat certain things, they will hit me right here. I am currently taking, I think, Prevacid to help with the heartburn. The burping, I just burp all day, so. But I do utilize the what to expect app, and at 10 weeks, baby is as big as a prune. At 10 weeks, you are currently in your 3rd month of your pregnancy. Nearly all of the baby's bones are formed at this point. The teeth that will subsequently grow in the baby's mouth have formed at this point. As well as the symptoms that you may have is clogging. I have not actually experienced sinus cloggings. I haven't had no sinus problems. However, that is a symptom that you may have at this point. Fatigue is there. You may also experience constipation. So at this point of the pregnancy, your placenta has formed and it's taking over and it's kicking out the progesterone that your body needs to sustain the baby. Well, that can make all of your gastro area sluggish and move slow, and you could possibly have constipation. Mine is touch and go, and if you do have it, I have been using Colace. Colace is pregnancy safe, and you could either do a daily dose of Colace, or you can do Metamucil in your drinks. I don't like the grittiness of the Metamucil, so I take the Colace vitamin in pill form as needed. I don't take it every day because I'm also sparingly back introducing coffee into my system, and I only drink 1 cup a day, but that 1 cup will regulate me for the day. You should not, if you did not go through IVF and you're just looking at this, you may or may not have a bump. Some IVF moms do have bumps at this point, and generally it's because we had to supplement with the progesterone and estrogen from the beginning of the cycle leading up to the transfer. I am currently not taking PIO injections anymore. I took my last injection last Thursday, right when I turned 10 weeks. I took my last injection at 10 weeks. As you've seen in previous videos, I also stopped my estrogen at 8 weeks. I am currently taking Prometrium, which is a progesterone in pill form. I will be taking that until June 3rd of next week. So by the time I do the next update for week 11, I will be done with my supplements altogether. And the only thing that I will be taking on a daily basis will be my regular blood pressure pills, my baby aspirin, and my prenatal vitamin, unless doc gives me something else. But anyway, you may or may not have a bump. You also may experience seeing veins. Your veins may be more visible. I've noticed that some women have the varicose veins beginning to show. I've never experienced varicose veins. This will be my 5th pregnancy, and I've never experienced varicose veins, so visible veins at all. I would say also, if you do experience constipation, just make sure that you have plenty of fiber in your diet. Eat fiber-rich foods and whatnot. So yeah, that is pretty much what I experienced. I am going to hop over back into the house because the sun is beating right here on my forehead and I'm getting hot, and I need to prepare myself to get ready for this doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock. I mean, at 9 o'clock, which means I need to be there by 8:45 to attempt to find a parking space and then walk and rest because it's a blood pressure appointment. I will do a bump check for you guys. So this is my bump at the end of week 10. I'm officially 11 weeks, so yep, this is my bump. My belly button is right here, so my sisters joke and say that I have two bellies because it's the round part up here, and then I've got this part down here. And surprisingly, this top part is hard, but this part right here is all my bloat. But I have began to wear oversized clothes just because it's more comfortable. Like right now I have on a t-shirt dress and biker shorts. So that's what keeps me comfortable. Have a great day and be happy on purpose. It's Memorial Day weekend and I know someone's going to be barbecuing and having a great time. And coming from a military family who has had friends die in the line of duty, I salute anyone who decides to make that sacrifice, and my heart goes out to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, because that's what Memorial Day is about. It's about the ones who paid the price with their lives. So to all the veterans who died on the field, I salute you.